So you mean to tell me with all the juju Jhene Aiko know how to do, she can't get Big Sean to marry her? And she can't get that man to commit? Are you kidding me? Wait.
Big Sean doesn't want to marry Jhene Aiko because he doesn't love her. And that's really all it comes down to.
Growing up, I was always very self-conscious.
Hey guys, welcome back to the video. I appreciate you guys so much for watching. But today we're going to get into Jhene Aiko and why Big Sean will never marry her, why he has no interest in marry her. He just don't want it. Y'all should know what I'm about to say. Why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? Like, Jhene Aiko, she probably the breadwinner. But hold on, I know somebody gonna be like, well, what if she doesn't want to get married? Everybody does not want to get married. She definitely wants to get married. Like, she just waiting on him. And I feel like, look, Clarence and Queen, they might have a chance, but I don't feel like Jhene Aiko, I don't think she getting her chance. Because she's so loving, or she seems so loving. I don't know her personally, but she seems so loving. He know that he could just string her along and she gonna be there all the time. Oh, and this is just my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as facts. We're just having conversation, teaching each other, just having some raw conversation.
When I first met Sean, the one thing I can say is he immediately felt familiar. Like I knew him already, and I was comfortable with him immediately. I had never felt that feeling of like, I've met you before.
You can tell that when Big Sean talked that he has no intentions on marrying Jhene at all. I say that because he be like, oh, if we get married. What you mean if? Like, y'all been together for 8 years. What do you mean if? Allegedly, he has been cheating, but, you know, a little quick tea that Jhene was married when they first started dating. So, yeah, a lot of men, like, it's like be something in the back of their mind, like, oh, I ain't never marrying this girl. And a man will definitely put a baby in you and have no intentions on marrying you. And that's definitely what this is right here. And now I kind of feel like Jhene is kind of like begging for it. I do feel like she begging for it. And it's like, personally for me, if I got to beg for something that bad, especially like a marriage, like that should be something that the man wants to do. I wouldn't even want it at this point. I would chuck out my deuces and go pull a Cassie.
Kicked things off in 2016, even dropping a whole collab project together called 2088. Their chemistry was undeniable, but so were the drama and the toxic label slapped on their relationship. Fast forward to 2018, when Ariana Grande decided to shoot her shot at her ex, Big Sean, with a flirty shout-out in her Thank You Next video. She held up a scrapbook with pics of them and a message that read, "So cute, so sweet, could still get it." Around the same time, Jhene covered up her tattoo of Big Sean's face, sparking rumors that they had split. Word on the street was Big Sean had some infidelity issues, and the whispers just wouldn't stop. This same year, photos of Big Sean and Ariana in a car together were making headlines. In 2019, Big Sean tweeted, "In this hot girl summer, I'm just trying to find a wife." After a fan claimed he fumbled, he clapped back saying, "She's amazing. I didn't fumble anything, but I can see from how things can look from the outside looking in. It's all love though. That's what you don't understand." Come March 2020, Jhene's album Chilombo dropped, making it clear they had broken up. In 2020, Big Sean got real about taking time for himself, working through and the importance of being alone to find clarity. Therapy helped him focus on meaningful relationships and get his head straight. Then, a year after their breakup, Jhene and Big Sean were back at it. They always supported each other during separation, so fans weren't too shocked when they reunited. In November 2022, the couple welcomed their baby, Noah, sharing the sweet moment with fans on social media. But the drama didn't stop there. Recently, Jhene brought Big Sean on stage to perform their song Beware. Big Sean rapped his lyrics, "Put my phone on silent ever since you got a ring," which Jhene gave a look at her empty ring finger that said it all. Big Sean later chatted with Charlemagne, explaining why he hasn't married Jhene yet. Just like any people who have dealt with love, we've had our ups and downs.
Okay, so in the world, it's about 5% of women who do not want to get married, but we have a crisis. It's a whole bunch of single mothers, and that's black, white, Mexican, whatever. It's not just black women, it's just a whole bunch of single mothers. Jhene has been very vocal that she wants to get married, and Big Sean has been very vocal that they not ready. And I like I said, when he be talking, it seems like they not going to get married, just period. But I don't get that, because if that's the case, why have the baby? I don't understand people that have the baby and then they be like, oh, marriage is just too much of a commitment. No, what you do is, if you like each other like you say you do, put a condom on. That's number one, because I know people ain't gonna be abstinent and stuff like that, or like just sustain from the sex. So let's just get that off the table right there. But y'all need to get married. And look, and most of the time the man ain't gonna get married, so y'all just break up anyway. But there, if say, I should say he do marry you, wait like 2 or 3 years to have a baby. A lot of the time the men like trap y'all. I think the men be trapping the women, honestly. The men trap y'all with these babies so he don't gotta marry you, like, so you gonna always be there for him. And like, a woman have a special respect, usually, I ain't gonna say all, usually a woman has a special respect for that first, or like, not first, because it's not her first baby father, but they baby father. She even has his name, not his name, she had his whole face tatted on her. She got it covered up now, but she had his whole face tatted up on her. That's crazy. And he didn't even ask her to. You cannot love a man more than he loves you. That man has to love you more than you love him. And if you do love him more than he loves you, don't tell him and don't show him.
Tell me, with all the juju Jhene Aiko know how to do, she can't get Big Sean to marry her, and she can't get that man to commit. Are you kidding me? Wait. This is another special case of till death do us part boyfriend and girlfriend. Imagine this. You're an R&B artist. You're so fine. Whenever you're doing interviews, people are staring at you like, dang, she's fine. You have a boyfriend. You get his face tattooed on your body, your physical human body. You give him a child. People have been running this thing for years. So much so that people have given up on making you their couple goals. And you people get on live. He's like, you're so beautiful, babe. And your response is, why don't you marry me then? His response, nothing. In his mandola patapola, he cannot even think of a reasonable reason as to why he has been with you for about 8 years and he has yet to pop a question, yet to get down on a knee. Other than the fact that it's her fault because she wants to stay in that situationship, I will let her stay there. But now when people are asking Big Sean, why haven't you married her? It's between us, we're deciding it, we're not at the place yet, we will decide when we're... Hey! So in your music, when it comes to sexual intercourse, you don't leave any room for imagination. You give us Wattpad-worthy description on how you have each other in the bedroom. That one is not for secret though, but marriage, that one is secret. In fact, the whole League of Nations know how you flip her, burrito her, concord her, break her, put her together, shift her, do that. Toxicity between you people.
You look good, for sure.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you marry me?
It's in the works. Don't even trip.
Whatever.
I think at this point it's starting to get embarrassing. Every chance she gets on a public forum, whether it's on live or on stage, she's asking this man, when is he going to marry her, or why hasn't he married her yet? And the answer is simple, because he doesn't want to. See, the thing about it is there are so many women that think if you prove to a man how loyal you could be, that as a reward, he'll give you a ring. But all he'll do is take advantage. As long as you're willing to give, a taker is always willing to take. You've given him years. You've given him your body. You've given him children. And that man is still like, I'm not sure about you. He can't tell you that he's wasting your time because then you'll leave. At some point, you have to hear what the man is not saying. I don't care how good it's going. I don't want to be married. Even if he says he wants to, he'll hint around that it's coming. It's not coming. That's how he gets more years out of you. As long as you let a man waste your time, that's exactly what he's going to do.
I do feel like situations like this, the woman loves the man more than they love their self, or they love the thought of being in a relationship, being with someone for all these years. Like once you put 8 years in, it's not easy just to break up and stuff like that. That's why I would give it a 2-year limit. Really, like, some older people, and they not no spring chickens. Some older people, they give it like 6 months. I'd be looking at them like they crazy because that's a short time. I think you should definitely wait a year, but I would say no more than 3 years. But honestly, it is up to you. Some people say 5 years and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you can't be mad once you have a baby with them. Because it's like, it's no incentive anymore. Like once you have sex with a man, the incentive goes off the table that way too. So look, I don't even want to say it like this because it's going to seem rough. But yeah, you got to be careful when you like lay down with them as well. Like not even a baby. I'm just talking about just lay down, because we lose our power once we give them that cookie. And then when you lay down and then he, ejaculates in you and stuff like that, and y'all have a baby, oh, they know they got you. You know what I mean? That's why I can't do it. They know they got you. Now, I don't think Big Sean hates Jhene Aiko, but I do feel like he can play with her, so he's going to play with her. Like, the goal is really to marry a guy or meet a guy that, cherishes the ground that you walk on. Like, I'm sorry, I'm a strong believer. You should not have to ask a man, when are we going to be in a relationship? You should not have to ask a man, when are we going to get married? Like, I think that's ridiculous.
Big Sean doesn't want to marry Jhene Aiko because he doesn't love her, and that's really all it comes down to. I know y'all gonna disagree, but I honestly think that he hates her. Just hear me out real quick. Just let me cook. Jhene has made it very clear that marriage and a traditional family is like an ultimate goal for her. For you to sit here and play in this woman's face day after day and year after year is crazy to me. Y'all live together. Y'all got kids together. You make albums together. You done profited and made money together. All the things that like a typical married power couple, hip-hop couple would do. When it comes down to the nitty-gritty, you don't want to commit, and it's because you don't love her. Like, men marry the women that they love. Like, that's just really what it comes down to. I think he hates her, and I don't even think that he just hates her. I think he hates all women. Black women, mixed women, white women. He hates them all. They don't like black women. He panders to us. When have you ever seen Big Sean with a black woman? Never. Only see him with white and mixed women, and then even with the mixed women, he's still not marrying them. Now, Jhene, come here, sister, because I got to give you a couple bops too, because you not innocent. At the end of the day, you allowed for all of this to happen. You were a willing participant in all of this. Now they got these resurfaced clips of you practically begging this man to marry you. It's looking real pathetic. He doesn't love you, sis. And honestly, it's starting to look like you don't love yourself.
It's a common theme here where the woman is just gorgeous, but she has self-esteem issues, and that's why they stand with this man. And sometimes, like, when men get mad, they be like, oh, nobody else will want you. I'm not saying that's what he did, but I do know that's what they do sometimes. But yeah, the theme, they're gorgeous, they have the career, they have the money, and it looks like they have the personality, but we don't know what happens behind closed doors.
I was always very self-conscious and dealt with a lot of self-esteem issues. And I don't know, I just never liked my face. That was one of the things I dealt with too when I was younger. I would always just be like, I couldn't look at pictures of myself.
So Big Sean was married before, but the lady broke up and then she passed away. And that's where the I Don't F With You song came from. And you know what's crazy? Like, I really don't be in drama like that. So I thought that was about a guy that he ain't mess with. But it was about this ex. And the male ego, this is what I do know. I think males are more emotional than women. I really believe that. So when a male ego gets bruised and stuff like that, like him proposing and then it's not working out, it probably just scarred him for life. Now, I'm not saying what he doing is right, because he definitely wrong as I don't know what. You should not be because it's it'd be a difference if she ain't really care about it or act like she ain't care about it. She's begging for it. So I ain't gonna lie, I think it's sad, I think it's rude, but at the end of the day, she could walk away, but she won him enough, so she gonna stay.
Man, so Big Sean receiving backlash. He explained why he won't marry Jhene Aiko. He said there's a lot of work that needs to be done. A random girl responded to this. He said, but enough work has been done to make a child, a human. I'll never understand how marriage is a bigger commitment and thing than reproducing. Good Lord. I ain't gonna lie, that's how you know a lot of people nowadays don't take having kids serious. There's so many people out here that want to have kids because they think it's the cute thing to do. Not even talking about them, but people in general. A lot of people don't take making kids serious at all. If people took it serious, a lot of people wouldn't have kids right now. But I will say I don't think Big Sean wrong. Because if he know they ain't where they should be, why would you get married if you don't think it's going to work? But then again, he might be wasting their time. We don't never know. They might even be in a toxic relationship behind closed doors.
Why haven't he proposed to her yet? Why aren't they married? Sometimes in the talking stage or even in the relationship stage, your person does something where you say in the back of your mind, I can never truly be in a relationship with this person. Now, they cool. I love a lot of qualities about this person, but I can never be in a relationship with them. Or y'all are in a relationship and you say, I love this person, but I can never truly trust this person to marry this person. When Big Sean and Jhene Aiko first started talking or whatever they was doing, she was still married. She was still married. Now, when they popped out, I think that she finalized her divorce. So it was all free game by then. But when they first started talking, she was still married. So in a man's head, that's telling him, Who's not to say me and you get married and we start going through stuff, and then the next dude just come swoop in and take you from me, just like I did you from the other dude.
Y'all from getting married? Y'all already did one of those secret industry weddings?
No, there has not been a secret industry marriage. I think that it's a little personal, you know what I mean? But just like, to be real with you, just like any people who have dealt with love, we've had our ups and downs, you know what I'm saying? And I think it's still finding the right navigation through it all. I don't know if to me, marriage symbolizes like the best relationship. You know, people be like, oh, you got to get married. To me, I feel like having a relationship is first and foremost, and like marriage is a byproduct of that. And I feel like a lot of people get the idea of like, oh, you have to get married. But then it's like, to me, that's almost a fear-based way of thinking too, because then people be getting divorced. The divorce rate's so high. And I am someone who, I'm not like discounting anything, and I'm not saying that we aren't gonna get married. But what I'm saying is that it's just, I would like to do a lot. I would like to, and I don't like putting our personal business out there like that either. But there's a lot of work that needs to be done, I feel like, in general.
So Jhene, like I said, she definitely been like begging for him to get married to her like for over the years, but it just seemed like he don't want to. A lot of the guys, they say that like, oh, we working on some things, but y'all was working on some things. Like, are y'all in counseling? Like, that's some questions that I want to know. Like, you can't just be like, I've been working on some things, but y'all not really working on it. So hopefully he marries her, but at the end of the day, I don't feel like he will. But that's just my little 2 cents. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn them post notification bells on so you will never miss an upload.